Hey there, Tom here from the Run Testers. In this video, I'm going to be doing a full review of the Nike Structure 26. Let's have a look. The Nike Structure 26 costs £129.99 or $145. It weighs 298 grams or 10.5 ounces for men in a size 8, and the drop is 10 millimeters. The Nike Structure 26 is a moderate stability shoe that combines a full-length ReactX midsole with a midfoot support system that wraps around the arch and heel for a firm, supportive platform. That ReactX midsole is built to balance cushioning with a structured geometry, ensuring a smooth heel-to-toe transition that guides the foot comfortably. The midsole is also slightly higher in stack height than the previous version and aims to deliver a 13% increase in responsiveness when compared to the previous React foam. The upper is made from an engineered mesh that provides plenty of plush cushioning around the collar and tongue, while the outsole combines a thick, flexible rubber forefoot with a high abrasion rubber on the heel to improve both grip and durability. So the fit for me in the 26, I'm a size 8 in the UK, this is a size 8. There's actually quite a lot of space in the forefoot, probably more than I'd normally expect in my UK size 8 running shoes that I would get, and there's loads of space around the sides of the forefoot as well, so plenty of wiggle room in this shoe. Midfoot is actually fairly roomy. I've got fairly average width feet, and there's definitely plenty of space in the midfoot, and there's loads of padding on it as well. It's a very plush shoe, and it's not just around the key areas, it's around the whole of the upper, so very comfortable plush shoe, and the tongue's actually quite plush as well. So I would stick to your UK size in this. The one thing that I have noticed, and I only noticed this today, I've done about 45-50k in this now, and I did have an issue today with the inside. There's quite an abrasive section on the tongue, which I did find was rubbing against my foot. I wasn't sure what was rubbing. I thought it might be my socks, but it happened with both of the shoes that I was wearing today. So there is a little bit of a strange rubbing sensation I get from the tongue on these, and I haven't really found a way to stop it happening at the moment. So just take that into account. But other than that, very comfortable, and I definitely stayed to my UK size 8. So the Nike Structure 26 is a moderate stability shoe, which is fairly cost effective in the world of stability shoes. There's a lot of stability shoes out at the moment, and there's lots of really good stability shoes out at the moment, some which are quite noticeably stability shoes, some which are not noticeably stability shoes. And the way that brands are doing stability these days is a bit different than it used to be. So previously, stability shoes used to have big medial posts in them that you could really feel when you're running in them, quite hard, plasticky sections. Now there's different ways that the brands are doing it. The Structure 26 actually does it with a combination of ReactX midsole, which is a fairly sturdy, supportive midsole foam. It's not very soft or bouncy. It's quite comfortable. It's relatively cushioned, but it's not too soft, so it's quite supportive. And also, it has quite high sidewalls on it around both sides of the foot. It doesn't have a particularly wide base on it. Shoes like the Hurricane have a really wide base on it, far wider than what you get on the Nike Structure 26. So you get a sort of mid-level of stability in this shoe. It is quite moderate, and it doesn't necessarily feel like a stability shoe when you're out running in it. As I say, I've done about 50k in this shoe, and that has mainly been easy stuff. So my easy pace is about 5-minute kilometers. But I've also picked up the pace a bit in it. I actually just played an hour of tennis in this shoe as well, because I ran to the tennis court, and it was actually quite good for that. I don't have any tennis shoes, so I wanted something that was relatively stable and comfortable, so this worked quite well for that. But we're not reviewing tennis shoes here. So what I found about the shoe is that at easy pace it feels relatively comfortable. It feels, you get a nice subtle level of stability in it, but you don't really notice the stability. It's definitely a shoe that's probably designed for people that don't need loads of stability but just need a little bit. It's also it's not the most versatile shoe, but it's not a slow shoe. It does feel like a shoe that you can probably do a little bit more in. You could probably pick up the pace a bit in it. I wouldn't say it's an interval session shoe or anything like that. I definitely wouldn't say it's a race shoe, but I would say that it's a bit more versatile than what you might get from some bigger stability shoes, things like the Asics Gel Kayano range. this is probably a little bit more in the daily training realm than shoes like that, which are full-on stability shoes. It's relatively smooth to run. It's not the smoothest ride. I don't think I would do long sessions in this. I think I'd probably just do easy up to 10k, 15k, that sort of run. I don't think I'd want to go too far in this because I don't think it offers anything really that you might want from that. The comfort is fine, but when I'm running longer distances, I want something that's really comfortable, especially if I'm going at an easy pace. So things like the Hurricane is a stability shoe which is really smooth and really comfortable to wear for long distance. I could definitely marathon train in that shoe at a nice, comfortable, easy pace, whereas this I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just cap it out as those sort of daily runs, 10k to 15k. Absolutely fine. So I think it's a shoe that's really designed for people that are looking for something just to tick off the miles, those daily miles, and you specifically want something with a bit of extra stability in. I don't think it's a shoe that if you really need loads of stability, you're going to go for the shoe. I think there's better options out there if you really need a lot of stability and you pronate a lot. But I think if you want a shoe with a little bit of stability in, I think it's a good option because it's not far off things like the Pegasus range. If you don't need stability, the Pegasus is probably going to be a bit better because it's a bit more versatile and it's just a bit smoother. I haven't tried the most recent version of it, but previous versions I would say are better for daily training in this. And the outsole is not bad at all. It's got this kind of rubber on the front, which is slightly different than this harder rubber at the back. It's absolutely fine. I would say that it does feel like it's smoothing off a bit already after 50k, which does suggest that it may not be quite as durable or grippy as some shoes. The back section is absolutely fine though. That's the bit that I normally completely destroy, but that seems absolutely fine. It's a really thick, hard rubber on the back, so there's definitely a good level of durability on the back, but at the front it does seem to be smoothing off a little bit. So my verdict on the Nike Structure 26, I think it's a solid daily moderate stability shoe, which ticks a lot of boxes. The price is pretty good when you can compare it with lots of other stability shoes out there, things like the Gel Kayano 32, things like the Hurricane 26, which are quite a lot more expensive than this shoe. This really sits into that realm of daily workhorse where you need some stability or you want some stability, which means it's a good option for beginners. It's a good option for general runners who've had gait analysis and know that they pronate a little bit and they need a stability shoe. And it's also good if you just want something that is comfy and will tick off the miles in without you thinking about the shoe. All the runs that I've done in this, I've not really noticed it, apart from the one I did today where I did find it rubbing a little bit. But it's really there to tick off the miles without being particularly exciting, without doing anything amazingly. It just gives you that nice bit of stability if you need it, but you don't really notice it if you aren't using that stability. I tend to run in a lot of stability shoes now, and some of them are getting really good. I don't even notice that they're stability shoes, and I would put the Structure 26 in that realm as well. It's definitely a stability shoe which is only really giving you stability and support if you need it. If you don't need it, it just feels like a daily running shoe like the Pegasus, although I would say the Pegasus is a bit more versatile than this shoe. So yeah, good all-round, solid, fairly well-priced, moderate stability shoe. Nothing bad to say about it really, apart from that slight rubbing. The thing particularly amazing to say about it, it just does what you want from a moderate stability shoe. If you were to compare it with other shoes out at the moment, I've got two here. So the Saucony Hurricane 25 is it's a different type of stability shoe. It's a lot wider, it's got a softer base on it, it's very comfortable shoe to run, it's lovely for easy days, it's a very smooth heel to toe transition. It's more expensive. I prefer the Hurricane 25, but for the price you might not want that, and the Structure 26 does pretty much everything that you might want from your moderate stability shoe. But if you wanted to spend quite a bit more and you wanted real plushness and comfort and a smooth ride, the 25 is a good option. Another shoe that we've really been testing is the Asics GT 2014. Quite similar actually. So when it comes to the price, when it comes to what these shoes are designed for, it's really comfort over the daily miles where you're just ticking off those sort of easier to mid-level runs up to about 15k, and you want something that is a bit more flexible, it's a bit more natural feeling, doesn't feel like a full-on stability shoe, and is a little bit more versatile than the big stability shoes that are out there that are really designed for major pronation. So they're both very similar actually. I would probably say that I would go for the Structure 26 out of these two, just because the midsole in the GT 2014 is a little bit softer than what you get in the Structure 26, and when it comes to stability, it's probably a little bit too soft. So I do feel the medial supportive elements in the ASICs, and I don't feel them in the Structure 26. So I do think the Structure 26 is a good solid option when you're looking at that price point, and you can't really go wrong with it. That's it from me on the Nike Structure 26. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that little bell. If you're going to catch me below, you can find it to our podcast, which comes out a couple of times each month. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.